Good day everyone. We are the Group 2 presenting the elements of auditory art. The presentation outline is all about the introduction of elements of auditory art, what is an auditory art, elements of music, and examples of elements of music.
Elements of auditory art. Together with literature, music as an art form is classified as auditory art. Some of the common elements of music are the following: rhythm, dynamics, melody, harmony, timbre, and texture. So first, what is an auditory art? An auditory art is the art of arranging sounds in time so as to produce a continuous, unified, and evocative composition as through melody, harmony, rhythm, timbre, and texture. It is also composed of tones and silences organized in such a manner to convey the emotions and ideas conceived by the composer. The composer's work must be interpreted by another artist, the performer who makes the composer's work come to life. Rhythm is the first element of music. It is often associated to the terms of beat, meter, and tempo. Rhythm is not just a pattern but more of repetitions according with the varying degrees of emphasis or accent that can heighten emotion or tension. It is also the element of music that situates in time, and it is the pulse of music. Rhythm can also provide the time duration of tones and accent that shows the tone arrangement including silence, so that a regular movement is produced. Under the elements of auditory art, we have here the beat, which is the basic unit of music. Beats can be organized into a recognizable current pattern, which is called the meter. And we have here also the tempo that refers to its speed, beats, or its second.
Classical terms are used to refer to the variations in tempo, and some of which are largo, slowly and broadly, a passage, movement, or composition mark to be performed with a slow tempo and dignified style. Andante, walking pace, used in a moderately slow tempo, usually considered to be slower than allegretto but faster than adagio. Used chiefly in direction. Moderato at moderate speed, a passage marked to be performed at moderate pace. Allegro, fast. When we say allegro, is an indicating to sing, play an instrument, or conduct a music in a quick, lively tempo. Tempo is the speed or pace of a given song or section of music, indicating how fast or slow you should play the music. Vivace, lively, a passage or movement to be performed vivace. Accelerando, gradually speeding up. When we say accelerando, a gradually increasing tempo of music. Ralentado, gradually slowing down. When we say ralentado, a musical term meaning to slow the tempo of a piece of music. Allegro getting slower and broadening. When we say allegro, perform in a manner that is slower and broader, and often also a fuller in tone. Rubato, literally rub time. Rhythm is played freely for expressive effect. Rubato. When we say rubato, the temporary disregarding to strict tempo to allow an expressive quickening or slackening, usually without altering the overall pace.
Dynamics. The element of music that refers to the loudness or quietness of music is dynamics. It can change suddenly or gradually like crescendo, getting louder, or decrescendo, getting softer. For example, when a musical composition containing extremely soft passages as well as extremely loud passages is said to have a large or wide dynamic range. It is the varying levels of volume of sound in different parts of a musical performance. Classical terms are used to refer to the different levels pertaining to this. Pianissimo, very quiet, a passage marked to be performed very softly. Piano, quiet, indicate lowering the volume of the music. Mezzo piano, moderately quiet. Moderately soft, used as direction in music. Mezzo forte, moderately loud. More than one P or F indicates a softer or louder dynamic, such as PP or FFF. Some dynamic markings have letter M, which stands for mezzo, meaning medium. Forte, loud. Used as a direction in music, violins played the passage forte. Fortissimo, very loud. A passage marked to be performed very loudly. When composers indicate an increase or decrease in loudness, they use the terms crescendo for the former and decrescendo or diminuendo for the latter.
So the next one is melody, or what we call in Tagalog, himig. Melody refers to the linear presentation or horizontal of the pitch. By horizontal, it means that in musical notation, it is read in succession from left to right. Melody is considered as the basic element of music, the orderly succession sound. And in melody, we have here pitch, which considered the highness or lowness of musical sound. Pitch is a musical note produced or heard by anyone, either through a musical instrument or a human voice. A melody is a collection of musical tones that are grouped together as a single entity. Most compositions consist of multiple melodies working in conjunction with one another. In a rock band, the vocalist, guitarist, keyboardist, and bassist are all playing melodies on their respective instruments. Also, many music scholars and musicians believe that melody is the highest form of music, and that harmony and rhythm are just there to better serve the melody. To sum up, melody is one of the most important aspects of music. A melody is a series of notes played in an order that is memorable and recognizable as a separate unit.
Harmony. If melody is horizontal, harmony is vertical. It arises when pitches are combined to form chords. When several notes are simultaneously played, this refers to a chord. Harmony can be described in terms of its harshness. Dissonance is the harsh-sounding combination, while consonance is the smooth-sounding combination. Harmony is the process by which the composition of individual sounds, or superpositions of sounds, is analyzed by hearing. Usually, this means simultaneously occurring frequencies, pitches, tones, notes, and chords.
Timbre is often likened to the color of music. It is quality that distinguishes a voice or an instrument from another. It is popularly known as the music's tone color or the color of the music. It is the quality of sound depends largely on the musical instrument's size, shape, and form. Aside from the mentioned factors, the venue where the musical performance is done matters in achieving quality of sound. Dependent on the technique, the timbre may give a certain tone or characteristic to music. Much like how a painter evokes different effects or impressions on the canvas. Timbre means the thickness and thinness of the sound segments.
Texture needs to be changed time to time to create variety. The variation brings forth expression of the content to a musical piece. The said variation can also bring out the dramatic effect in the different parts of the musical piece. The number of melodies, the type of layers, and their relatedness in composition is the texture of music. It may be monophonic, single melodic line, a most simple and most basic texture of music. The word comes from the Greek and literally means one sound or a single sound rather. It is also involves only one is called melody. Polyphonic, two or more melodic lines. One independent melody is occurring at the same time. It can also be called counterpoint or contrapuntal music. Polyphonic texture surrounds canons, even if there is only one melody. If different people are singing or playing it at different times, the parts sound independent. Most music for large instrumental groups, such as bands or orchestras, is contrapuntal at least some of the time. A music that is mostly homophonic can become temporarily polyphonic if an independent counter melody is added.